Where is the Beth Health Science Center Zoom Sanctuary Interfaith Inspirational Gathering? There's only one that we know about. There are, however, many devotionals held around the world. Let us know about yours so we can include it in the worldwide count of Bahai-inspired devotionals. Came to believe that the power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. The second step in all addictions programs. The second step prayer. Heavenly Father, I'm having trouble with my personal relationships. I cannot control my emotional nature. I am a prey to misery and depression. I can't make a living. I feel useless. I am full of fear. I am unhappy. I can't seem to be of real help to others. I know in my heart that only you can restore me to sanity. If I am just willing to stop doubting your power, I humbly ask that you help me to understand that it is more powerful to believe than not to believe, and that you are either everything or nothing. All are welcome at our interfaith gatherings. Expanding on the concept of collaboration, Shoghi Effendi, great-grandson of Baha'u'llah, prophet founder of the Baha'i faith, in a letter written on his behalf, stresses that laying the foundation of the house of worship requires ceaseless cooperation and mutual support. It is conditioned upon sacrifice. In another letter written on his behalf, he cautions, it is devotion, sincerity, and genuine enthusiasm which in the long run can ensure the completion of our beloved temple. He states, material considerations, though essential, are not the most vital part by any means. All are welcome at our inspirational gatherings, noon Central Time. Is there any remover of difficulty save God? Say, praise be God, he is God. All are his servants, and all abide by his bidding. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. The third step in any addictions program. Third step prayer. God, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help. Of thy power, thy love, thy way of life, may I do thy will always. Honoring all the children that did not come home. Verily, with exceeding joy, with heart and soul, do these oppressed of thine offer themselves up for all mankind in every land. Thou seest them, O my Lord, weeping over the tears thy people shed, mourning the grief of thy children, condoling with humankind, suffering because of the calamities that beset all the denizens of the earth. I adjure thee, by thy might, O my God, let no harm beset me in times of tests and in moments of heedlessness. Guide my steps aright through thine inspiration. Thou art God, potent thou to do what thou desirest. No one can withstand thy will or thwart thy purpose. The dialogue about missing and murdered First Nations women is important if we're to build a community we all feel we belong in. It is a hard discussion and difficult one, even traumatic to hear. Our Aboriginal sisters have had to go through this trauma. We can learn how they deal with being traumatized and can draw on their strength. If it is too much to bear, you can mute everything for the duration of the next slide. One of the most common ways Indigenous peoples recognize women as sacred is by bringing new life into a community. Grandmother Bleu explains, our women are so sacred. They control everything. They are the heart of our nation, right? Our women are the ones who are the caregivers. They're the ones that can bring life forward. They create that new life. Yes, they need another partner to help them do that with, but they're the ones that carry that life. O God, my God, stay not from me the gentle gales of thy pardon and grace. Deprive me not of the wellspring of thy aid and favor. 'Neath the shade of thy protecting wings let me nestle. Cast upon me the glances of thine all-protecting eye. Loose my tongue to laud thy name amidst thy people, that my voice may be raised in great assemblies, and from my lips may stream the flood of thy praise. Thou art in truth the gracious, the glorified, the mighty, the omnipotent. Do Black Lives Matter? Most certainly, for they are the pupil of the eye of humanity. Withhold not from me, O my Lord, the things thou didst ordain for such of thy handmaidens as circle around thee, and on whom are poured continually the splendors of the sun of thy beauty, and the beams of the brightness of thy face. Thou art he who from everlasting hath succored whosoever has sought thee, and bountifully favored him who hath asked thee. No God is there beside thee, the mighty, the ever-abiding, the all-bounteous, the most gracious. Were Abdu'l-Baha not imprisoned, and were there not obstacles in his path, he himself would surely hasten to Ishkabad and carry the earth for the building of the Mashal Asgar, the dawning place of the mention of God, the devotional, with the utmost joy and gladness. The devotional you begin can be as simple as phoning a friend, sharing a prayer with them. They may be sick and need a healing prayer, struggling and need to share is there any remover of difficulties. It is a gift from you to them. Join us Tuesdays, noon Central Time. Take care. Have a good week.